These are gone, but they definitely aren't forgotten. Hi, I'm Gabby and welcome back to another edition of the Fragrantician. We're here on this channel, we talk about perfumes, we talk about everything that smells beautiful and beyond. So if you are here for innuendo and unconventionality, then you've clicked right onto this channel. It's the right channel. So today I'm all natural, well, apart from some lip gloss, and I have done my brows, but I just wanted to, you know, when you just have a day when you just want to be natural, and I think in a few videos I might just be all natural, back to natural. The wigs are still there. I mean, this is my horrible fine hair, but I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. I mean, let's face it. What I've got, I've worked for, I'm proud of it, and I've come to a point in my life where whether I've got a full face of makeup on and hair, or whether I'm just natural like this, with just a bit of lip gloss and just my brows done, I'm happy. So, let's go back. Let's go back in time to when perfumes and fragrances, and not too far back into the past, not the future, back into the past, when perfumes and perfumery, it wasn't really, nothing is never safe nowadays, nothing is never guaranteed nowadays, nothing is ever here forever nowadays. Everybody's looking for something new, something, what's the next best thing? Let's hype it up. Let's do all of this consumerism crap, which I have to add. It is crap when you see everybody looking lovely and it's all, oh yeah, oh yeah, you know, just out of a silent movie. Yes, Claude agrees. I think he really strongly agrees. Back in one moment. All of the marketing and hype and all of that, and you see all these press events and you see, you know, the face, the icon, the star. Really? Seen it all before, love, seen it all before. And everybody is air kissing and all of that. Well, no, we don't do that, do we? We like to keep it real. We don't like lip service. We like to keep it 100%. So the first one we're going to talk about is a legend. Yeah, it's a legend in my eyes. And this is probably an honorary mention in this list. And it is Midnight Poison by Dior, which I have down to about here now. I am going to do a video in my next video, or I have got my next one planned, so maybe in the next one after that I'm going to do a lot of things on all of my dupes, all of my clones, because I have several clones of this one. But if you can still get hold of this discontinued gem and want to pay the price but look hard, Midnight Poison is still there in the vaults of the perfumery world, on the grey market, on eBay, on the private seller websites. Check the batch code. Mine was a tester, but still, nonetheless, it was a proper batch code and from a reputable seller that I have bought other discontinued fragrances from. This is rose patchouli, a little bit of orange. It is your gothic Cinderella Eva Green fragrance that Dior discontinued quite a long time ago. It was only out about 3 or 4 years and then they discontinued it. Whether it was money, whether it was whatever their reasons were, probably was the moolah. Because, and it probably, yeah, I can see on the side here, you can see where the dent is there. It probably was about the money, you know, the dinar. It literally was about that. It was, absolutely breathtaking, and it is a masterpiece. And I would include it in a list of masterpiece fragrances. probably in that top 10 of masterpiece fragrances. Midnight Poison. Now this next one hasn't really been talked about at all in the perfume industry. You can still get it. I bought this over a year ago now, and it is a Sophia Grossman masterpiece in my opinion, and that is The Sun, Moon and Stars by Lagerfeld. I don't wear this often. This is a comforting scent. You know, I don't really go into all of those notes and the spiel and all that. I like to give the vibe. I like to give the story. I like to give the, you know, you better work it, which I'm trying to. But it's a calming Zen vibe. If you love the same lines of Eternity by Calvin Klein, but dare I say, and don't hit me for this, and I'm looking at you, Francis, Happiness Sparkles, don't hit me. I like Eternity, but I don't love Eternity. Because there's something in it that is just a little bit, I don't know, maybe I should get a bottle. I don't know. I haven't worn it in a long, long time. This is similar to it, but it has this a slight soapy feel to it, but clean, effervescent, not so sharp, slightly green, floral, almost spa-like, clean person aesthetic. This is, I mean, in the 90s when this came out, we were all obsessed with the sun, the moon and the stars. We were all obsessed with that kind of decor. And let's face it, this packaging, this bottle here is just the dog's ding-dongs. It really is. Yeah, it's the dog's ding-dongs. That's my word for it. Somebody wanted some nails done in this. I'd love to do that. Actually, painting stars is a bit of my nemesis when it comes to nails. I try, but I don't actually get there. See, we're not, you know, always forever learning. But anyway, back to the fragrance. This is, yeah, it's just, you know, it's the girl next door. It's the girl you take to your mother-in-law that's wearing that nice put together dress, outfit, everything that I'm not and I aspire to be. Sun, Moon and Stars by Lagerfeld. Yeah. Tender Poison. This came out in 1994. This is a flanker to the original Poison, but smells nothing like the original Poison. It was a scent at the time where I would say this is a floral woody musk. In the 90s, floral woody musks were really having a surge, and I feel that this one again should be in a Hall of Fame. It does have, I think, this marigold note in, which some people don't really like in perfumery. I don't mind that kind of like floral note in this. It's clean, it's green, it's a lovely spring, early summer scent. This time of the year is perfect now, although it's not really spring outside today at the end of March, but yeah, it's absolutely wonderful. It's forests, it's dense forest, it's greenery, it's kind of like Hermione vibes from Harry Potter. I could see a grown-up Hermione in her early 20s, mid-20s, where, like, well, she's probably late 20s now, wearing this. This is even early 30s probably she is, but I could wear her, you know, this wizardry kind of like Hermione vibe scent. This is what this conjures up to me. You know me, I like to conjure up these pictures in my mind. So Christian Dior Tender Poison, a long discontinued fragrance, which you still can get if you want to pay the price. I didn't. I always wait, bide my time and then swoop down. But yeah, wonderful. The next one was gifted to me by our lovely 50 Cents Ange, and I have to say I really, really treasure this scent when I met her. This, I only use from time to time when you want to hit your husband out and just put him to sleep. This is perfect for that. Aside from the top, this is just that kind of like candied ginger scent, the gingerbread vanilla cake that I love and I adore. It's a perfect sweet scent, and I should include this in my sweet scent collections because I only have about a dozen in the whole of my fragrance repertoire. I've been thinking long and hard about showing you all of my fragrances. I'm still not sure whether to do it because I'm not really kind of like, oh, I've got this one and that one and that one. And I think it would be about an hour long, the video. It would probably even have to be in 2 parts, I think. Because, yeah, looking at my fragrance collection over there at the other end of the room here is big. It's probably 200 bottles, probably more. So, yeah. Do you want to see it? If you do, please comment down below. And if you don't, that's fine as well. But I think if I do a video that's everything in my collection, I feel I'm redundant then. I feel like, oh, you've seen everything in my collection now. Would you still want to see me talking about them again from time after time? If you do, comment down below because I want to see your reactions. I want to see your comments. Love all your comments. Love all. I try to acknowledge everybody that comments to me. I try, maybe sometimes it takes 2-3 days, sometimes it takes a week before I get back to you. Dsquared2. The name is weird, the bottle is weird, the juice is lovely. If you can get it, thank me later. Now this next one is probably one of the most talked about discontinued scents that I've seen on other fragrance collectors videos, that fragrance enthusiast videos, and I call them fragrance enthusiast because I think there's a big difference between a fragrance enthusiast and a fragrance influencer. Just let me draw your attention to that. So, I'm a fragrance enthusiast. That's how I see myself. And I think this next perfume, as I said, is talked about probably the most, and that is Alien Essence Absolue by Mugler. This I didn't really use much last winter. I did before, because I got it the winter before last, so it was nearly 2 years ago, and I've used that much. So I wanted to kind of like put the lid on it, even though I have a small backup bottle of this. I have a 30ml, this is a 60ml, I think. Yeah, this is 60ml. This, I want to take the top off. I'm even afraid to spray it. It is amber, myrrh, vanilla, jasmine goodness. If Mugler brought out a video, if Mugler brought out a scent, a fragrance that was going to be akin to this, then it would be this. Although it wouldn't be so potent, it wouldn't be so strong, probably would be weak as nuts, but there we go. It's a beautiful vanillic, ambery, jasmine, incensey, voluptuous. It's everything. Have you seen Carry On Screaming and you think of Vanilla Fielding? Do you mind if I smoke? Yes, this is her wearing this. Alien Essence Absolue. We've come just over to the halfway mark, and I'm going to talk about another Mugler scent, which is discontinued, obviously. I'm absolutely not certain whether I want to keep this one or not. Shock horror. Yeah, I like it, but I don't love it. And it was a bit of a... It's lovely, but it's not really something that I really wear, and I think I should wear. And so let's talk about this next one. Angel, the violet one. I'm not going to spray it. It is meant to be like... It is a sugary violet patchouli, but there is just... And I wanted it for such a long time. Now look at the juice, it's so dark. The vanilla in this is just darkened. Now, I know some people would, you know, they would spit on their own mother and drown her to get this. So I think I'm going to actually declutter this scent. If anybody wants it, hit me up. DM me on Instagram. Yeah, I'm going to sell it, I think, because it's just not working for me. And it's a sadly discontinued scent that needs to be loved by somebody. Because it was when Mugler, in the early 2000s, when Mugler was just, you know, he was, again, the dog's ding-dongs then, and it was at a time when, before L'Oreal took it over, that Mugler was, that had great scents in their repertoire of fragrances. Let's just give a round of applause to that. But yeah, this belongs with somebody that loves it. So yeah. But I still love it, but it's not for me. The next one is definitely for me, and it is Dahlia Noir by Givenchy. It is powdery iris rose with a little bit of patchouli, a little bit of sweetness, not too much sweetness though at all. It's what I call a film noir scent. You know, Lauren Bacall would have worn this back in the day, in the 1940s. She would have, yeah, she would have rocked this. It is, again, because it's like the name Dahlia Noir, I suppose, it was like that era just post-war when things were a bit more, you know, it was a bit more serious. This is a serious scent. This isn't a scent that necessarily makes you happy. It makes me feel put together, and it makes me feel I'm strong and bold. But it's not a bold scent, but nonetheless it has this aura of boldness about it that is just right, just perfect. A time when substance was there with the style, and this is it. Givenchy Dahlia Noir. Let's go on to the final Dior that has been discontinued, but you can still get. That is Miss Dior, the Le Parfum version. It is probably one of the best ambery vanilla scents, but it's not sweet cupcake vanilla. It is grown up, mature, and in mature I mean it's not grandma mature by no means. It's dressed up, dolled up at a function, at a... I will only wear this if I'm going out in the evening to... Not that I go to a big gala. When I get invited to a big gala event, this is your red carpet event scent. This will knock everything else out. This will have you standing there, smelling like the person who you were born to be. She or he or they are this, period. Miss Dior Le Parfum, we salute you. Black dress, black tie, red dress. You know, it's a good girl, good guy, but underneath there's still a little bit of mystery. You know, it's all about mystery. Even if you're wearing your Y fronts or your Directoire knickers, you know, as Mrs. Slocum said, Directoire knickers, there was something just after the war about them. That's my reference to Mrs. Slocum and Directoire knickers, but yes. So, Miss Dior, Le Parfum. The next one, I think, is a Burberry fragrance, and well, I think it is a Burberry fragrance, and it is the only Burberry fragrance apart from one other that I do own, which is the flanker to this, the Elixir, and that is my Burberry Black. Now this is peach and rose with amber again in it. It has that ambery quality. If you can't get your hands on Miss Dior Le Parfum, but you want a scent slightly similar, not the same, but a slightly similar vibe, this, although it's been discontinued, you can still get it. This has that kind of vibe, but it has added more of a peachiness to it, a bit more sweetness to it, with the fruits of the peach, that fuzzy feel of the peach, but also the slight mouth-quenching wateriness of, you know, when you're biting into a peach and it just, oh yeah, beautiful. This again is what I call a dressed up scent, and I actually used to work with a girl that would overspray this like nothing on earth, and it put me off because it is a strong scent, and she must have sprayed at least 10 or 12 sprays of this. This you only need a maximum of about 3 or 4 to really radiate. This is a real sillage monster, scent trail monster. And it's potent, but if you can still get it, my Burberry Black. And finally, the last one is a celebrity scent, and it's a shame it was discontinued, by Kat Von D, Sinner. Now, I don't have Saint, I just have Sinner. This is a 100, I believe it is a 100 ml. This is. The bottle is one of the best looking bottles, Gothic bottles in my collection. Just look at it, stunning. Now, the spray. It is sweet, but it's got the skin of the plum and the tartness of the plum as well in this. It's deep plum with, again, resinous, as well as very resinous. It's slightly ambery, it's warm, it's alluring. Again, it's a bit of a mysterious scent, but it's a safe scent to wear, I think, only if you can still get your hands on it. This is, I've seen it on grey websites that have gone, the price is astronomical. So if you're willing to pay for it and you're willing to smell like a sweet diva Gothic person, then yeah, get it. Do you know what? The top is everything as well. It's so sturdy. It feels and looks much more than it is, and the juice inside is just to die for. It was love at first spray when I smelt this, and I blind bought it. No, actually, no, I didn't blind buy this, because I actually sprayed it a few years ago, about 3 or 4 years ago, in a department store, and they had a small 10 mils, and I loved it so much that I went online. I thought, I'm not going to pay full retail when the price was still good. Unfortunately, it's gone up so much. It's so high now, but wow. Kat Von D, Sinner. This girl is certainly sinning. My 10 discontinued scents that I feel deserve a mention. Do you have any discontinued scents in your collection that feel deserve a mention? Comment down below. You've been watching another edition of Moi, the Gabster, the Fragrantician. If you like my content, well, what can I say? Yes, thank you. No, if you like my content, then you can subscribe if you want to, you can like or dislike if you want to, or you can just carry on watching me. I don't care. I'm here for the fun. I'm here for the frivolity. I'm here just because I am. Until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.